Hello, everyone. As you come in here on this beautiful Thursday morning where I am, I'm sure we have different time zones, of course. And I see some familiar names over there. Hi there, Jan from the UK. Beautiful to see you over there in the chat. And hi there, Linda. Good to see you. And Leslie. And we have an energy healer from the Netherlands. How about that? So, yeah, beautiful. As you come in, sure, say hi in the chat for us. And when you put your location, that's kind of fun too. I always go back through the comments, and I see what you all have written. It's kind of hard for me to do that as I'm live with you, but I do try to do what I can. There's lots of moving parts over here, so I want to again say welcome. Here we are. It's February. I just sent out my newsletter on Tuesday and had some announcements for you. And if you don't get the newsletter and you want to get the newsletter, it only comes out once a month, at least right now. I don't know if that'll change in the future, but I'm sure we can put a link to the newsletter if you would like to sign up. A couple of things that were in the newsletter I just want to mention. And then, because people are coming in late, and if you're here already, just take a few deep breaths and really come into the present moment before we get started with our Reiki filled meditation and visualization for you. So I think it'll be really special today, and I'm excited. But as we welcome in some new people to the event, I just want to point out those things that we did include in the newsletter for you because they're kind of important. And so if you're not aware, I am teaching Reiki classes, the 1 and 2 class and the master class in the UK. So yeah, if you're over in the UK, and I even have a student I know coming from Scotland. So if you're in that area, please check it out. You can go to mainstreamreiki.com. There's a link right at the top of every page to take you right to all the information. And we even have a hotel package for you. I'm going to be staying there, and I'm really looking forward to staying in the same hotel as my students. I'm seeing us having dinner together and things like that. So anyway, if you're interested in learning Reiki with me in the UK, it's near Northampton, if you're familiar. But there's a link right there for you in the chat. But I can't wait. I'm really super excited. And we do have all the details there, and also about the hotel packages too. That's in June, by the way, this June. And I'll be buying my airline ticket here in the next little bit. The other thing I wanted to point out was, I had a mentoring. I do spiritual mentoring and Reiki business mentoring for clients. And we mentioned that in the newsletter. But I actually had a client yesterday, and it was absolutely lovely. And I mentioned something about the podcast. And do you know what? She had no idea that I do a podcast. And I couldn't believe it. And so I just want to really let everybody know I do this podcast, and I actually think it's pretty cool. I have guests on there and things like that, but I have some Reiki episodes on there, different Reiki topics and things like that. It's called Beyond the Reiki Gateway, and we have a link there for you. And the name comes because, like me, a lot of people have taken a Reiki class because anybody can learn Reiki. So a lot of people take Reiki, and then they say, oh my gosh, if I could do that, what else is there out there? And their curiosity really takes over. And that's why we named the podcast that, Beyond the Reiki Gateway. It's about all kinds of things. And so it's about consciousness. And we just did an episode on the Mandela effect, which is totally fascinating. So near-death experiences, gosh, Rosemary Thornton comes to mind. She was a guest of mine. I love to ponder and wonder and all of that kind of thing. And that's what the show's all about. And anyway, you can find out all the episodes. You can listen to them on all your favorite players. You can get everything, though, through our website. So, and we have a YouTube channel as well. And it's separate from Mainstream Reiki, Beyond the Reiki Gateway podcast. Okay, I'm done now. But I just want you to know all the different things that are available. And, the podcast is totally free for you. And so I hope you'll check it out. Of course, the YouTube channel, and here we are. Also, this is streaming on Facebook. So shout out if you're on Facebook watching as well. Here we go. This event happens every month, and it happens on the first Thursday of every month. And the time is 11 a.m. for me. I'm Eastern time here in the US. What I will do is I will have this edited and we'll cut it down just to the meditation, the Reiki part, and we'll add music to it. And that'll be on the Mainstream Reiki YouTube channel tomorrow. So it takes about 24 hours and you'll have access to that. This full live stream is also available on the Mainstream Reiki YouTube channel, and it'll just live there too. So we offer the alternate version for those of you who prefer music during that and maybe don't want to hear all this talking and things like that. But it's really great to meet you here, here on the channel. So in a moment, I will begin, and you might see I have this grid here in front of me. I can tilt my camera a little bit. It's a Reiki grid, and what it does is it sends Reiki over distance to everyone who I have named in the grid. And if you've wanted your name in here before, it is still linked to the grid, so you don't need to ask again. If you're new here and would like your name in the grid, you can put it in the chat, because as I said, I do go through all of your comments when we're all done. Hi, Liza. Good to see you. And all right, that being said, I'm going to be offering you the highest frequencies of Reiki energy like I always do. And we'll go on a journey together. When all of that wraps up, we'll have about maybe a half an hour left, because the whole event is 90 minutes. We'll have about 30 minutes left or so. And that is our, I said it was 90 minutes. It's 60 minutes. I'll be here 60 minutes. So we'll end at noon Eastern. The Ask Me Anything happens after our Reiki meditation and share. And I do want to put my order in. I'm going to say, I'll explain that in a minute. But I want to put my order in for we're sharing this energy out into the world. And so we're going to do that as well, because we need it. Others need it. I think I think there are so many people out there that if they knew it was available to them, they would love to receive. And of course, Reiki always respects free will. So we can offer it with our open heart and just allow whoever would like to receive it to receive it. And of course, our beautiful Earth will include her as well in the grid, and perhaps in our intentions this time around. I said I would explain that. You will notice that I'll have my eyes closed most of the time throughout this meditation and share, and we're just going to see what comes through. I don't have anything written or prepared, and and we can talk about it afterwards if you'd like. If you're ready, all you need to do is take a breath and be here now. Let everything fade away that you've been thinking about or been worried about. You and I are here together. That's what's important. And the fact that you showed up for yourself to do something for yourself that is helpful. And it helps de-stress, helps bring you back home to who you really are. And nothing else is really required. You can have your eyes open or closed. You will be receiving regardless. And let's go ahead and get started. So I would invite you now to settle in. You can be seated or lying down. Just take in a few deep breaths here. Offering you now the highest frequencies of Reiki energy. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Always offering what you need in this moment for your highest good. Perhaps set an intention that you are only open to receive this transmission that you are engaged with, allowing the energies around you, the chaos, to pass you by as you take this time for healing, balance, well-being, and relaxation, and also empowerment for yourself. Coming home to yourself is a purpose you may have. And let us engage your mind in this process, because your mental capacity joins in the empowerment when you combine your intention with the healing potential and frequencies of Reiki energy. Your results amplify. You are taking part in your own healing. This allows you to manifest healing and other benefits for yourself. It also helps you notice what has changed and shifted for yourself. You are indeed a co-creator, not simply passive in your life here on earth. We ask you to step forward in the light of who you are. You will have all that you need with which to work to fulfill your purpose on earth. And we say purpose, but it is for many not a single purpose. There are many. We ask you now to take a breath in. And as you do, you breathe in the light of Reiki that is being offered to you. Healing now on the interior of your body as you are bathed in Reiki energy, cocooned in a cloud of frequency that asks nothing of you, that there is no requirement to engage in. Therefore, you are worthy to receive every blessing. Every potential may be realized. See yourself now surrounded in this healing light. Every frequency is available to you. Why would it be any other way? Your body, mind, and spirit may accept all that is offered as it is aligned with your highest good. And you may return here at any time, because your highest good and your focus and your situation and perceptions shift moment to moment, day to day. But what is offered here is a well of energy that you may draw from at any time. And what you are offered will always be the same. What you receive by your own choosing, whether known or unknown to you, may change. Truth is unchangeable. Truth is constant. You may return to this truth stream of energy at any time. When the thought arises within you, this is your own guidance, perhaps. You may set it aside and say, no, not today. I do not need that. I can handle my life on my own. And when the thought returns at a later time to engage here with us and receive from the well that is yours, perhaps it is guidance, and perhaps you will set it aside again. But if a third time the thought occurs to you to come to the well for healing and rejuvenation, we tell you, please receive this session Please receive what you are needed and know that that is guidance. You are equipped with guidance. You are equipped with the power to access higher guidance at any moment. Many of you reject this. Many of you say, not me. The one next to me, perhaps, but I cannot. And we assure you that all humans are created equal in this way. All humans have abilities far beyond what they recognize. It is in your purview to explore what potential you have to realize. There is no faction, no organization, no person who can keep you from the truth of who you truly are. Your gifts, your talents, your experiences in this life and others are unique to you, and the well that we are now offering you in this event and all the times you may engage with this event at a later time. The well of what we offer you is seemingly endless because you are endless, and it is so. So you are here now, invited to receive all that is in your highest good. For what has your heart's attention, and perhaps what does not? Your level of awareness is actually different from day to day, and person to person, of course. But you are asked to simply be and trust your higher self knows exactly what it is you need. Perhaps it is your higher self that guides you with a thought to return here, and we use this as an example only. It is an example because you receive guidance about all things at all times. It is simply a function of your willingness to listen, to feel, to tune in, to know, for you receive guidance in many different forms. This is the time to begin to trust yourself like you have never trusted yourself before. Gone are the days that you may slumber and just simply walk through life, trusting that things will take care of themselves. The power that we speak that you each hold, largely untapped, that power is alive within you. If you will engage with it, follow this guidance, strengthen it. A life for you will be co-created between you and that part of you that resides beyond your level of consciousness. You will co-create a life here on earth that is, in fact, equipped for these times. And we say equipped because the human, we will say human condition, has come to a point in relation to technology and to what is happening on the earth. This juncture in human evolution is one that has not been seen before. Therefore, how you have operated in the world can be changed. You are not changing, for you have what you need and access to all. What is changing for you is your willingness to access what you do not know, your willingness to step forward from the limiting beliefs of the past. And if you are so inclined to step forward, bathed in the light of who you truly are, all aspects across time and space, and connected to the all that is, if you are willing to do this and explore this for yourself, you you will not ever be able to imagine how your life and the life of humanity can mm, exemplify and demonstrate the magnanimous light that you are individually and collectively, embodying your higher self. And when we say higher self, it is the part of you that you are not aware of, the higher part, the higher consciousness part that is not in a human body, but does help direct you. It knows everything about you. It loves you regardless. You are here for experience. There is no good. There is no bad, although many of you will reject this. And that is fine. Simply know that your higher self is with you and is a resource for you. And you are invited to work with your higher self because this is truth. What she tells you, what another tells you, what a guru says, it really does not matter. For all some of us are trying to do is simply create a ripple that perhaps gets your attention and invites you on a journey of self-discovery, self-empowerment, and that will lead you to your higher self. And when you embody more of your higher self, heaven is then on earth, in your own life, in your own vision, and how you see your fellow human, the world. You will see with enlightened eyes. You will love with an enlightened heart. Peace shall reign, because in the light, peace resides. It is humanity that has created vibrations less than this. If you say you want to create peace on earth, your invitation is now. Begin working with your higher self, and you say, how? How do I do this? Sit with pen and paper and write a letter to your higher self. Invite your higher self to be more present in your daily life, and then commit through your mind, through your decision and your intention, that you will listen for your higher self. You will listen through your feeling senses, your body, and your extra senses, your knowing, your gut feeling, a voice that you hear and you will question. We tell you it is an exercise. Repeat it and know more of who you truly are. Your higher self is not separate from you. Many of you work with guides and angels, and these too are of source energy, just as all humanity is as well. But we would ask you to begin working with your higher self, regardless of who else you choose to work with. Your higher self is unique. Your higher self has no motive or agenda. Your higher self is you. It is just more of you, connected more closely to truth. So if you are ready for more truth in your life, this exercise will excite you. However, if you wish to remain in slumber, if you wish to finger point, if you wish to continue the drama and the chaos and the division of your world, this exercise will not excite you. Or perhaps you will start and you will put it aside. This is a time for self-reflection, for getting honest with yourself. What is it that you truly want? Do you want enlightenment? Do you want peace? Now is a time of choosing. At this juncture for humanity, the call is there. The invitation for you is extended. And let us now continue with our energetic empowerment. You're invited to place your hands on your heart, receiving the energy as her hands are in your hands. Allow the energy to flow in through your heart center, completely filling your body. Continuing out from your body is illuminated. The light extends into your aura, attuning who you are now with your ultimate potential, the blueprint of who you are in perfection before limiting beliefs, before your upbringing that still haunts your memories, perhaps. Rise above this and allow the light to carry away all you no longer need. And perhaps this is just the mechanism for triggers. Allow the light instead to soften your reactions. Allow the light to give you space in your energy with which to better know yourself and observe. Observe what goes on around you, whether it be in your household or in your government. Simply observe, not taking things on, not allowing that energy into your field. We fortify your energy now, strengthening your physical body, all the systems within it, your auric field. Embolden yourself as a reflection of your higher self, inviting now your higher self to reside more closely, vibrationally, within your physical body, within your emotional body, mental body, and your spirit. See the light within you grow ever brighter, extending well beyond your aura, filling the room that you are in and the building, extending down deep into the earth, blessing with gratitude the earth herself. Steadfast, supportive, always with you. Your light continues as it envelops the lands, the structures, and is offered to every person, every animal that it comes into contact with. This light is healing light. You are healing light. The power is yours. When you utilize your intention with your energy, you can, in fact, move mountains. You can also, in fact, call others home to their vibration without words, without convincing, without argument. Your vibration speaks louder than any words ever spoken. And with this knowledge, you now have responsibility. And we apologize if you are not ready. But now you will know this. And if it is not yours to pick up and carry today, perhaps it will be one day in the future. And now you're asked to name who has your heart's attention. We have now covered the globe and offered this energy to all who reside there, all life on earth and the earth herself. In this moment and all moments, it is so. And who does your heart speak of in this moment? Name them to yourself or out loud. The energy will be made available to them with your care and compassion as a vehicle, adding strength and love to all that is offered. For when you feel these emotions, it is not only within you, it is felt, it is transmitted. You are a reactor in the most loving and compassionate sense. For when you feel, you engage, whether you are aware or not. In this way, we invite you to move about your days from this moment forward with the knowledge that you are light on earth. You are co-creating, and what you focus your attention on matters, because what you focus your attention and intention on, energy flows to and enlivens. What do you wish to enliven? Focus on that. What do you wish to wither away? Look away. Do not invest. And you are free. Free to create the world that you wish to see, where you wish to live. You are powerful beyond measure. And this is our message. You may stay here as long as you like. And when you're ready, take a couple of deep breaths. Feel your body. Place your awareness in your eyes and slowly open them. And return. All right. Hello, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed our time together at the well. How about that? I didn't know where we were going to go today, but I like that idea of the well. Very nice. All right. Yeah, I need to change something here. So that is our meditation and share for today. And I hope that you'll return to that. My feeling is that you will get something different out of it each and every time. You know, you are evolving and you are moving incredibly fast. And in your development. And so it is very important that you take time out of the human experience. Because if you're here with me now, we know we're just not like the average, human out there, right? We're looking at different things. We perhaps process things differently. We ask different questions. We're of like mind. So take time for yourself and know that the things that you're experiencing are absolutely real. And others out there are experiencing them too. They're just not right there where you can see them so easily. Great. Thank you. Yes, if you added your name, I will definitely put that in the grid. And you might say why. So the grid is something that I keep charged here, and it sends out continual Reiki energy to all who are named. Something that I teach in my Reiki master classes. I will. Yes. All right. Ooh. So I kind of did the announcements, I think, at the beginning of our time together, and that was basically newsletter, and we have the link there in the chat for you already, but you can sign up for the newsletter. I have some in-person classes coming up in the UK, and I just want to say somebody emailed me the other day, and they thought I actually lived there in the UK, and I was offering in-person classes. And I have to say, no, this is why I'm super, super excited. I'm going to get on an airplane and I'm going to go over there and teach in person. I'm in the United States. Yeah, how about that? So I'm going to travel over there and meet with one of my online students, right? Well, a few of them now, but they've learned online with me, and we're going to actually learn in person. But even if you're brand new to me and the class, if you're guided to take the class, either one, then please join me. Can't wait to meet all the students in person there. And the classes aren't huge either. There's only up to 18 in each one, so we'll get to hang out together at the hotel. And the podcast, of course. Check it out. It's good stuff. I have some really interesting guests on there beyond the Reiki Gateway podcast. Okay, I'll be done now. And I'm ready for your questions. If you'd like to ask any questions, that would be great. Oh, yes, Marcia M. Are you channeling during the session? Yes, I am. This was talked about in the newsletter that came out on Tuesday. It was also first mentioned in the November live stream. So you can go back to the full length of that live stream if you want to see that. But I can tell you now about it. And so, yeah, I channel Reiki, but I also channel, I don't know, I call it wisdom. To me, it's wisdom. And the next question, you're going to say, well, who is it, right? Because us humans want to know that. And for a long time, I didn't have a name, but I've had this energy with me really my whole life. And several years ago, I had more information come through, and it was really just because I asked. If you know me, I tell you the power of asking is pretty incredible. And so anyway, I asked about it and was told that they're the emissaries of the light. And it's a group of beings that are not in body right now. I am in body and I'm part of that group, apparently. And I know it sounds crazy and all of that kind of thing, maybe to some of you, and that's fine. But we work together to help humanity. And it just happens to be me who won the lottery this time, and I'm on Earth. So that's why this stream of um, consciousness is readily there with me. It's really with me all the time, but I'm sharing it more with people because I think that it's important to do that, and also to let people know that mm, really all people channel. Have you ever watched a wonderful singer? Or, oh, I know, on one of the talent shows, they'll have the children and they'll sing, and it's like, oh my gosh, it is amazing. Like something happens magical, and they're like 6 years old and they sing something that's beautiful. That's channeling. So people are really channeling all the time in different ways. And it is a natural thing that people can do. And so I think part of the reason that I'm doing this more and more now is in part to let people know that this is a normal thing, and that it's not just special people that do this. All people can do this. Um, for me, I just came in with it, but you can practice this and learn this. And there are classes out there that will teach you. I hope that answers the question. Yeah. It's all about aiding humanity because we need that right now. Thank you, Marcia. Yeah. Another question. How can we remain grounded and not stressed with all that's going on here in the States? It's a great question. But what the one thing I'm going to say about that is I'm not going to say don't look at that stuff. I'm not going to say don't be informed, because I think that there is, we need to know a little bit about what's going on. We can't just can't just be in slumber, right? So we need to know some things, but it's about balance, and it's about being your own. This is weird, but this is how it comes into my mind. It's about being your own parent, you know? So if you're on your phone and, on your feed, you get a lot of this stuff about um, political things and, things, whatever, stuff going out in the world that upsets you, either change your feed on your phone so you don't see those things, or limit your time on your phone looking at those things. You've got to limit what you're focusing on to the things you want to embolden, to the things you want more of in your life. Focus on those things. Because if you focus on the terror and the chaos, you will know in your own mind and body more terror and chaos. That's the reality. So if you want more peace, be in peace. It's like if you want more healing in your life, do more healing things. Engage with healing things. Focus on healing. Yes, I get it. We don't know what's happening. We don't know where we're going. But I also want to say to you, how happy were you 15 years ago, 20 years ago with how things were? Nothing can be reborn, or I don't want to use that word. Nothing can be rebuilt or reimagined until the old is no longer accepted and agreed upon without ever really looking at it. There used to be a time for us, and we would wake up in the morning and we'd just go about our thing, right? Because that's what we did the day before. And we didn't question things. We didn't do any, we were just kind of like, I'm just going to say, we were just kind of sleepwalking through life. Some of us, I mean, not everybody for sure, but there were a lot of people just kind of sleepwalking through. And we knew that things didn't work. We knew that this institution or that institution or whatever, it's like, yeah, that doesn't work well, or I have an issue with that. But we didn't do anything about it. We didn't care enough about it, you know. And then things started to change. Things started to get unsettled. Things started to get chaotic. Things started to be questioned. And then we started paying attention, right? Like, wait a minute, you're going to take that away? It's like, oh, well, I didn't love that anyway, but it's scary because change can be scary. It's scary because we don't know what it'll look like later. So I think a lot of people were just lulled into the comfort of the everyday, even though what was there wasn't that great. We just knew it. It was familiar. And so as we move to perhaps create things that work better for more people, there's this in-between time where things have to be shaken up. And I would just invite you to not get emotional about it. And I know that that's difficult. I'm not saying it's easy. But if you allow yourself, your energy, and your mind and your thinking is your energy, if you allow yourself to get caught up in that, you're caught up in that. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to you? Because when you're stressed, because you're caught up in that, you are losing your life. You're losing your life to something that you don't even want. So if you want less worry in your life, if you want less fear in your life, do not look and ingest things that bring worry and fear to you. You cannot change. You cannot change what is happening out there. Be informed to a certain extent and let it go. And when you meditate or when you do Reiki, when you take time for yourself, then focus on bringing peace to your life, bringing love to this planet, and emboldening those humans that are helping birth a new way of being. If you aren't out there doing it and creating the change on the ground, then utilize your focus, your intention to support the unfoldment of the new way of being that is in resonance with the highest good of humanity. What you focus on creates your life, and the choice is yours. It's great power that you have. Choose wisely. And it's not about being right or wrong. It's really just about being aware, Tune into your body when you watch the news or whatever you do, Notice what happens. Don't be passive. Okay. I said a lot. Probably too much rambling, but do we have another question? Where can I get one of the overlays like you have on your Reiki grid? Oh, hey, Jeremy. Interesting question. I actually got this overlay on, oh gosh, I actually got the overlay, the wooden one, from a dear fellow Reiki person. And I don't know, is it okay if I say her name? Well, her business is, I'll tell you this, the Crystal and Healing Collective, I believe. And so she sent that to me. Her first name's Dia, and you can find her out on social media. But I also, if that's too much work or whatever, what you can, she also sent me some other things. She sent me this heart, I have to say. So thank you so much for that. And there were some other things that she sent as well. So I thank her for that. Um, let's see. But you can get cutouts and different grid things too on Etsy. I've seen different shops on there too. And but that's where mine came from. And so I don't know. But this one I think is Metatron's Cube. I think that's what it's called. But they have all different kinds of sacred geometry ones out there. Hope that's helpful. How do you protect your own energy and not take on everyone's stuff? I've been more sensitive to others' energy than usual. Now I feel it on a physical level, but getting drained. Ah, oh, Carolyn, that's interesting. I, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, so the reason I'm hesitating is there's a lot, that I could say about this question. And part of it too is I think different things may work for different people. So if a person knows Reiki, for example, we have certain things that we may do, techniques and things like that. We do, there's Kenyoku. You can find that on my Instagram and things like that, or even YouTube shorts. I think I did the energy clearing. All right. How do you protect her? Oh, so I would say on a personal level, this is going to sound kind of weird. Wield your power. What? Wield your power. You're sovereign in your energy. If you're around other people and they're draining you, something in your field, something in your vibration is allowing that to happen. Okay. And it's nothing to be like, oh man, I'm a bad person. No, we all have that. So if you have worry, kind of going back to the other question, if you have a lot of worry and fear and stuff like that, what do you think that does to your vibration? What do you think that does to your field? If you have a strong, vibrant, healthy field, you are not going to be affected by all that stuff. And same in your question, Carolyn. So if you're a strong, if your field, if your energy is strong and vibrant, and you claim that you're in charge of your energy, and that's kind of how you roll in the world, other people's lower vibrational stuff that they're doing, their motivations, their low energy, if they're trying to drain your energy or want to drain your energy, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So again, it's like every answer lately, it sounds like I'm saying to out loud, is every answer is it's you. The key to your experience on the planet begins with you. It doesn't depend on who you surround yourself with and what their motivations are. Does that stuff affect us in different ways? Sure. But number one, if you want to protect your energy, if you don't want to be anybody's victim energetically, then step forward and stand strong and be like, you know what? My energy is my energy. Nobody affects me unless I consciously agree to it, not through low vibration. And here's the thing, do healing practices, do things that strengthen your vital force, your life force energy, do things that raise your vibration, because in that state, the lower vibrational energies don't have an agreement energetically, because you can't, victimhood, we went through a long time of victimhood, and I'm not saying this is you at all. I'm just saying in general, there was a you could even say archetype of victim, we're moving out of that. And we're replacing that with, you know what? I don't have to be a victim to that anymore. I have power. They're not more powerful than you are. Nope. No. So, number one, you said, how do I protect my energy? I take care of myself energetically, and I have the idea, the intention, and the knowing that I am in charge of my energy. If you work with angels and guides and things like that, you can enlist their help to help that, to help um, to help you hold that higher vibration. There are many different things that you can do, but I would say number one, accept the responsibility for your level of vibration and work to heal yourself, work to heal any dissonance, work to heal what you're attached to. If you hold on really tightly to certain things, look at that. Because where you hold on tightly, why are you doing that? If a person holds on tightly to something out of fear, then that can be a lowering in your vibratory field. Fear, worry, hate, all of those, jealousy, all of those things are lower vibration. Acceptance, peace, oneness, love, compassion, those are the things that are higher vibration. When you change your way of being, everything else changes. And in that of what changes, it's how people relate to you, both face to face and also energetically, because there's a whole conversation going on there. Yeah. I hope that's helpful. But the time is now, everybody. Yeah. The time is now. Ooh, one more question maybe. Hi there, Brunetta. Do we really need to put up protection when sending out? No. 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 I don't. I don't. It's interesting how you ask that question. Do we need to put up protection? From what? From what? When sending out Reiki, you're offering healing, you're offering love. I've never felt as though I need to protect myself when I offer Reiki. No. I realize some of you will disagree, and that's fine. We all need to do what works for ourselves. But on the topic of protection, I would ask you to become aware of your motivation. So if the protection that you would like to construct is out of fear, then heal the root of the fear. If the protection that you would like to put up simply makes your life easier, perhaps, by not having interference in the mind, perhaps, if that protection allows you to feel more focus, perhaps. But when you create in fear, you create duality. And you are in a world of good and evil, safe and unsafe. And for myself, this is not what I choose. It is your decision to make. But notice when you are in fear or when you create out of fear, because this is where healing opportunities reside. Let that be your guide. Other Reiki practitioners tell me to put up shields so that negative things don't attack me or the person receiving. Wow. That's not what I would say. That's not how I live. From that description, it's as though we're at war. And I am not. I simply offer. I've never felt threatened. I've never felt anything. And Reiki doesn't bring lower vibrational beings. There's fear out there, and one can call themselves a Reiki master. And what does that mean? So if a Reiki master is telling you to be in fear when you offer Reiki, I would invite you to sit with that. How does that feel to you? Remember our time together earlier? Use your own guidance. Use your own discernment. That's why you have it. To use it and rely and trust yourself. You can listen all day long to those who tell you to be in fear. What do you say? What do you know is true for you? Then let that be your guide. A Reiki master to me is simply someone who has completed a class called Reiki Master. It does not tell you of their character or even level of knowledge. They've completed a Reiki Master class. I hope that our time together has been helpful to you. It's been wonderful, and I thank you for joining not only me, but all of us here, because all of us here are wanting better, better. And isn't that a wonderful thing to focus on? Yes. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next month. And it'll be the first Thursday of the month, 11 a.m. again, Eastern. And for the edited version of this with music added, stay tuned. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. Take care, everyone. It's been wonderful. Huge hugs to you all.